Yeah, analysis. Alright, this doesn't... I don't remember. I didn't get much sleep last night. I know we were trying to find the second Triforce chart, and I'm pretty sure it's on that island that we've been to before with the locked gate, and the island beside it with all the birds and nests. I'm pretty sure there's something we have to do there, but I haven't figured it out. Otherwise, we got 2 shards. So basically, we've got 2 shards, and that's basically it. Alright, buddy, you're pissing me off. But the weird thing is, here, I'll show you the... So we got the first one and the third one, I think. So on here, it only shows us the location of 3 charts. So that one on the right-hand side is where that island with the birds is. Otherwise, we don't really know where else to look. So I remember there being something funny about some of the Triforce shards, so it might be that we have to do some story element or visit somebody to get information on that. I can't remember. That's where we are right now. But yeah, I remember this being the really drawn out part for my first playthrough. And I can't believe I forgot about the fish filling out your map until recently. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's really funny because they tell you a lot of basic stuff that would be useful before, but I totally forgot about it. Are you really gonna make me get my boomerang? Alright. No, get that better there. Thank you. Yeah, no, me too. And I think there are some slight changes between the Wii U and the GameCube version, so that might also complicate things. I can't believe I forgot that though, because I remembered how weird the animation was, and just jumping at you with a pen. Beautiful fairy. Or is this blah blah blah. Okay. So is this child and yeah, okay, so I already know what that is. What did you end up playing last night? F-Zero is classic. I don't know why they let that franchise just disappear. Nintendo's really funny sometimes. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm really torn on Link to the Past if it's my favorite Zelda overall. It's definitely up there. It's hard to... Yeah, like a multiplayer F-Zero would be awesome. I don't know that one. But Wipeout's a game that's really like, oh, I like F-Zero too. And it's been around for a while. Really? Well, that's surprising. It's definitely at least top 3 Zelda of all time for me. Before Breath of the Wild, it was always a toss-up between Ocarina and Link to the Past. Nostalgia-wise, it's Link to the Past. For me, because it was like a big game when I was little.
Hey.
Oh, thanks, bud. But you're right. Like, ranking the Zeldas is kind of like... It's just academic because even the worst Zelda is still above average. Not including the CDI. Yeah, the CDI ones. Those aren't Zelda. Oh really? I haven't seen it. Okay, so we actually want to go... Wow. What are they? Yeah, tell me the list. I was really happy with how they did Link Between Worlds. Like, I was quite happy with that. It was a fun game. They could have even just done it like 16-bit graphics. That would have been even a bit better in my opinion, but I still... That game is probably in my top 5. Yeah, for me the top 5, geez. So it'd be like Link to the Past, Ocarina, Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure about the order of those 3, and then it would probably be Wind Waker and Link Between Worlds. Breath of the Wild's pretty awesome though. Like I was blown away by that game. I wasn't expecting to love it so much. Although I wish there were more dungeons in that game. Like the shrines were all just like problem solving. Yeah, see Majora's Mask, I have to hold out on that one. See how much I like it. The only problem is the Ocarina and any of the 64 games, they haven't aged well in terms of the graphics. like not as well at least as like Super Nintendo games, because 3D was so wonky when it first came out. It took a while for them to refine it. I mean, at the time it was, you know, a big deal, but looking back on it, like pretty much any 64 game and, you know, a bunch of the early PlayStation games, they look kind of terrible now. And they were slow, but they were still fun. Like, they've got tons of nostalgic value. They're just not as playable as, you know, Super Nintendo games by comparison. Yeah, no, I'll have to check them out. I haven't tried the 3DS ones yet. They're just sitting on my shelf with a bunch of other games that I'm supposed to be playing. Like, even this re-release, like, the way they use the gamepad is actually pretty decent. Like, I just switched the Pro Controller so you guys can see the maps and everything, but having the second screen really does make a lot of stuff easier, especially, like, manipulating, switching between maps and items and all that. I like how they did that. Where are you, little guy? These guys are just annoying. There we are. Yeah, and the problem was they didn't push it hard enough to get developers to use it. Like, there are a lot of applications that would have been really cool in gameplay. Like, even stuff for multiplayer, like only showing users, like different players, certain things. They could hide things. The biggest issue they had wasn't even about marketing. I mean, that was, okay, that's not true. Well, that's basically what killed the system. But their biggest issue is they never sold them individually, so it really, like, handcuffed what developers could do with them. And they also didn't force developers to use it, which is kind of a controversial view because it adds to the cost of development because you can't easily port it to other systems. Like, they always like to keep all the different versions very similar, so they don't have to spend a lot of money on development for different systems. So that would have been a negative, but it also would have made it so that, you know, all games had to incorporate some functionality for the gamepad. It's kind of like what Xbox did with the Kinect. Like, you know, they told everybody that it was going to have to be packaged with the system so developers could use it and would implement it in their system, like into their gameplay. But then they got rid of it after, you know, 6 months or a year or something, and then nobody bothered developing for it, so it just died. But so that was a bit of a ramble, but yeah, I'm not sure. They really just didn't make a lot of good decisions with the Wii U, which is too bad because there's some decent games for it, and there was potential, but yeah. In fact, I wish they kept some of the functionality around or transferred it from the Wii U to the Switch, because I think there was a lot of potential for that. Hey, Phil. Yeah, no, I think, especially in dock mode, I don't know, it could have been cool, but again, it complicates development of the games, and they really want to get third parties on board the Switch, so maybe keeping it as simple as possible helps to get people on board. Yeah, I don't think they're done though. Like, it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I think once they get their like stock levels on track, like especially around Christmas, like that's key. Like they have to have them in store for Christmas, or around that period. Otherwise, I don't know. That's a problem if they don't get as many people as possible getting them in their houses now. Especially with Mario coming out, I think that I mean, they can't really screw that up, can they? Yeah, you gotta believe they're gonna port a lot of the good Wii U games over just to like bolster that lineup. I can't imagine them not doing it, especially Mario Maker. Like that's a moneymaker. Once they get their online situation figured out too, though. Yeah, that's the only issue with the dock situation, eh? Like, you're kind of handcuffed. You can't use the touchscreen unless it's in your hands. It's too bad there isn't like or maybe they'll implement this, like just a cable or something to connect directly into the Switch so that you could have it in your hands but play it on the television still. Because it really does kind of limit its functionality if you have to have it sitting in the dock. I mean, it's not like the dock really does anything anyway, it's just basically a hub. Yeah, as long as they make enough of them. That's the only thing I worry about with Nintendo. They're always super conservative with their production. Part of that's because they like to create that sense of, you know, scarcity. Like, they really, really like that. It's quite frustrating sometimes. Yeah, me too, Phil. I thought there was like a thing that was out a while ago, like a 2D version of Breath of the Wild, and I thought that might have indicated something in development. I wouldn't be surprised, because, I mean, Zelda's money for them. I'd buy it. It'd actually be kind of cool. You could even create, like, you know, a community-driven, you know... Well, I guess that's exactly what Mario Maker was. Okay, that wasn't very bright. Okay, I guess I have to get these. But you gotta remember though, a lot of those games weren't at launch. Like, I think that what saved this launch really was that they pushed off Breath of the Wild for so long, and people were starving for a Zelda game that wasn't a remake. So I think they just got away with it ultimately, because had it been any later, that would have been an issue. They kind of sacrificed the Wii U for this, but yeah, no, the first year having a Zelda and a Mario is awesome. Really, they've kind of gotten away with it for a couple of generations where they haven't had that. So they needed a strong start, especially after Wii U. Aside from the stock issues, it has been really good. Although I do think their messaging between the new 2DS and the Switch is a little confusing, and I don't really understand why they're bothering at this point, but... Oh, I'm just excited about that title screen for Metroid Prime. It would have been cooler if we actually got a game this year, and who knows when that's ever going to happen, but still, I've been waiting for Prime for a long time, so... I'm ready. Plus, this Metroid Returns is pretty sweet. Like, I've been really happy with it. I'm about to finish it, but it was well done. I never played the original on Game Boy, though. I never got into Game Boy as a kid. Except for, like, playing Tetris at the demo units at stores and stuff. Like, I loved that, but... I always thought of it as kind of like a second-rate console. Like, actual consoles and, you know, PC games were always like full games. Portables always felt like half games to me. Even until a couple years ago, really, when I got into the 3DS and the Vita. I hope so with Odyssey. The look of it kind of turned me off a bit at the beginning because it didn't feel like a Mario game. Like a lot of the levels seemed, like I kind of wanted more of like Mushroom Kingdom and like that whole, you know, aesthetic. But I've yet to be disappointed with the Mario. I mean, Sunshine wasn't very exciting, but again, I'll still buy it. If it comes anywhere close to Breath of the Wild, that'll be huge. I'm not that hopeful because Breath of the Wild was just ridiculous, but hey, I can be wrong. Yeah, I never got into Pokemon. Like my little brother and my cousin were like massively into it, but I just couldn't get into it. Yeah, I don't doubt that I'll be all over it. Hey Phil, how do you like Thimbleweed Park? I haven't been able to watch the rest of that video yet. I'd love if it was like Galaxy. Why did I say yes to this? What the hell? Yeah, you don't like being shot with an arrow, eh? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sucking here. Ha! Okay, I give up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't even know it was on the console. I played it on PC, but it was definitely a nostalgic thing for me. I used to love, you know, the old adventure games and like the humor and all that. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of Maniac Mansion. I think it's the same development team too, actually. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that was a feel-good game for me. Really miss those games sometimes, but it's hard to tell if it's just because you're a kid at the time and you just... I mean, that's when I really got into PC games, but whatever. Doesn't have to make sense. Well, I watched the rest of that top videos because I I was out, I was up north at the time, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. And I thought it was hilarious they had King's Quest 2 on there. That brought a smile to my face for sure. I haven't played Stardew Valley yet. I have it on the PC. I've been, again, meaning to play it for a long time. There's a theme going on here, you know. I know a lot of people that really like Stardew.
Hey.
Yep, getting in trouble. Yeah, I need a bigger wallet pretty badly. Yeah. The frustrating and funny thing about all those King's Quest and Space Quest games was all the deaths, like the random deaths. Like, you had to have so much patience back then with games. Yeah, they're definitely a massive, massive part of my childhood. Yeah, no, that's probably one of the ones I remember the most. I remember 3 being really frustrating because of all the timing with that wizard that would come and kill you. Yeah, 2's probably the one I spent, I have the most memories with. 6 is really good too. I really liked 6 as well. I never played 7 or 8, but they didn't look good at all. I mean, 8 didn't even look like a King's Quest game. They were trying to, like, shoehorn it into an action game. What are we doing here? Where are we? Oh, Dragon Roost, right? Yeah, I never played the, I played a bit of the first episode of the Telltale game. It actually wasn't bad. It was weird having Christopher Lloyd as King Graham. Yeah, these are pretty old games. Like mid 80s to mid 90s, probably late 80s to mid 90s. I was also surprised, I'm sure this isn't surprising, but they picked KOTOR as #1 over Zelda. I think there was a lot of controversy about that one. Knights of the Old Republic was a ridiculously good game, though. I don't know. That's another one. It's a mystery why they stopped developing for it and switched to online only. I'm not a fan of like online only RPGs. I find they lack a lot of what I care about in RPGs, like that being story. I don't know. So I'm a little salty about that one. Oh, they were totally meant for adults. They're totally meant for adults. Especially like Leisure Suit Larry. I remember being so confused by that as a kid. I don't know how I got it, to be honest. But I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay, come on, buddy. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to press. Oh, why do I keep doing that? I think I got it as part of PlayStation Plus or something. Yeah, 3 was rough. Also, like, yeah, the timing was difficult for him because he'd always come back and catch you doing everything. I can still remember that frickin' sound. It's like do 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 or something like that. Right before you died. Those PC speakers sounds. Hey, I'll take that. Finally something useful. Oh crap. Four was good too, though. It was different because you played the daughter, but I remember there were tons of like what are they, fables or like nursery rhyme references in it. I mean, there weren't all of them, but thanks, fish. It's important to distinguish that. Have either of you guys played Mass Effect Andromeda? I know it's not supposed to be as good as the other ones, but I've been debating about picking that one up for a while. Alright, let's go. None of them? But you don't like any shooter stuff, right? Even if it's a shooter with RPG elements. I was a big fan of Mass Effect. Like that was one of the big series from like the 360 generation. Like Mass Effect and the Fallout games got me back into it. BioShock. Those were good games. That generation was pretty stacked, actually. But I hear you. I'm not usually a fan of not a fan of shooters unless the story. Like I give no shits about shooters, like especially war shooters and all that crap. They're really popular, but I find them boring. Yeah, no, it was a great twist, Knights of the Old Republic. Plus, it doesn't hurt if you're already a Star Wars fan, because it was... I mean, there have been a couple decent Star Wars games, but Knights of the Old Republic, even the second one, like, hit exactly what, you know, any Star Wars nerd was looking for. Especially after the prequels and all that nonsense, like, it was finally, like, a cool property for Star Wars. Although, Jedi Knight 2 was pretty good, too. I like that game, but that was pretty much just a shooter in Star Wars universe. Yeah, well, that was like BioWare, right? Like, BioWare's been huge for that kind of gameplay. I played I think at least most of their games of that nature. I just didn't play Jade Empire, which was actually supposed to be good. It was on the Xbox and PC. I think I got it for free on Origin, but I still haven't played it. But yeah, BioWare is pretty reliable. That's why I was kind of turned off when I heard about like Andromeda being... It seemed like they kind of cut some corners, and it's really disappointing, but hopefully they pull it together. Yeah, no, I've seen the NES. Like, the Sega Master System also had it. I think it was King's Quest V they did. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, it's impressive someone actually was able to even port it, but it's very much a poor man's version. Alright, enough, buddy. Actually, it'd be really fun to replay that game. I wonder how it holds up now. I think there is a PC version that's like up-resed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that place and see if I can figure this stupid thing out. Let's guess. No, that's the wrong one. Okay, what is it? Nope. Nope. Actually, really be cool to replay Metroid Prime. I wonder if there's a way I could stream that. Metroid Prime, like, I remember when I first saw that, seeing like the first-person perspective for it, I did not think it was going to be good at all, but it won me over. Kind of like this game, actually. I was really disappointed with the look of this one, and then once you start playing it, it's got so much charm. Yeah, and I hear you, Phil. I've been reluctant, but I was such a fan of the first three that, like, there's a world you want to go back to, you know? And, I love sci-fi stuff, and I mean, even, like, some of the races and all that, I'm just curious, but I don't want to be so disappointed with it. Okay, cool. Well, I've got it for, I've got the trilogy for the Wii, but for some reason it's unopened. So I don't really want to open it. I have all the three games for, like, two of them for the GameCube and one for the Wii. But I can't, I don't have the connections on my streaming box to hook up the older systems. I've only got HDMI. So maybe I'll grab it on the eShop if it's not too much. Because that'd be tons of fun. I don't know if anybody really wants to watch streams of these old games, but it gives me an excuse to play them again. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a collector's edition or something. I bought it and I guess I just tossed it in a box and never opened it. Yeah, no, I know you guys enjoy it. It's fun for me because I know you guys like to watch it, and it gives me an excuse to play. It's also a lot easier with this mic now. I don't feel quite as weird talking to myself in a room. At first it was really strange, but I do still forget that it's muted sometimes and end up talking for half an hour to nobody. That's fun. I think they were kind of, yeah, Phil, I think they were kind of getting into their element with that, and then they really, I think Knights of the Old Republic was after that, and they really got into their element with that. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. That's the problem when you end up opening a bunch of branch offices and having multiple projects run by different teams. Like, you're right, it gets spread too thin. They might be seeing dollar signs too, which unfortunately happens when companies get too big. Well, they also got purchased by, what was it, EA? So that's never a good thing. Actually, I always forget who owns which. Yeah, I think EA owns BioWare and Activision owns Blizzard now, yeah. It's really too bad when these big companies kind of take over. Try digging. Try using an animal? What? That's random. Alright, yes, you want bait. Get out of here. Okay. Okay, I gotta see where I am going here. Okay, so I want to go... What, Metroid? Ha! Alright. I'll take it. That kind of makes up for all my old games that I don't have anymore. that either I sold for nothing or were stolen. It sucks though because I want to play it. Okay, I'll take the $19 hit and go on the eShop then. Alright, man. Thanks for checking it out. Have a good one. I haven't seen a fish in a while. There we go. Oh shit. Keep running out of this stuff. Come on. Are you kidding me? Fish. Not impressed. Okay. Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I keep pressing the wrong button. Clown music, yay. Sorry. We should check this one. I thought there was an enemy. So this is the island where I'm pretty sure the third chart is for the Triforce pieces, but this has been my third time going back. It's got to have something to do with these birds, because there are nests on the top of all those peaks, but I can't climb anything, which is extremely frustrating after Breath of the Wild. But there's got to be something. Okay, let's go, bud. And I remember, like, you can get on top of this little thing here. Like, there's a hole in there. And there are a bunch of birds here, and they've talked about being able to, like, use bait for birds. I don't know. And rats, I remember that too, but I haven't done that yet, so... I don't know. I must be missing something. Tried killing all the birds. It didn't work. Yeah. No, it's next level type stuff. Like, I could play for hours, and I do, just climbing around and then gliding places. That's what I do. Like, if I'm streaming Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty much climbing and flying. It must be really exciting to watch. Occasionally killing. Okay, so what the hell? There's gotta be... He's even looking up there, so you know there's got to be something. What do I have here? Can I use this stuff? That doesn't look like bird stuff. Oh, maybe? Oh, what's this? Are you taking it? Or are you just... Do I have to do it again? I don't know what those things are. There you go. Wait, one of those guys came down. This is interesting. He's just flying away. That's... I really thought I had something there. Seriously? Okay, I'm desperate. Let's just try whatever. What the hell are these things? You tell me something? Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't read this before. Take control of a seagull. Well, that's something that would have been handy. Ha! Well, let's do it. I don't know why I didn't read that before. What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm glad I bought those things. What is that? What is that? Okay, this is difficult to maneuver. Oh shit. Okay, go, dude. Oh, come on. I have another one? See, this is where it pays to just buy whatever someone's selling. Because that's what I usually do. Yeah, he didn't look very happy. What the hell? I love... Oh, great. He starts me right beside... No. You're not getting him this time. Evasive maneuvers. Okay, you gonna climb, bud? You gonna climb? I want to be that guy, though. Oh, God. This isn't gonna end well. Okay, well, I know what to do now, but I'm out of pears. So, where's Beetle? That was pretty cool, though. I don't remember doing that in the other game. I wonder if I can kill these guys, too, so that... Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So, where's Beetle? You have no idea how annoying that island has been for me. Okay, he's in my direction. My area. Beetle. Clown music. That looks curious. What? That totally looks like it should blow up. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, doesn't that look suspicious? Nope, not that. Oh, sweet. That'll be awesome. Yeah, there's gotta be something else I do to that thing, but not that. That's at the end of October, right? No, I don't want to talk to you. Sweet. It's not that far away.
Thank you.
Haha.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how Stranger Things turns out.
Bye.
Hope it's good. Yeah, right.
Yep.
I don't need to talk to you. Sorry about that. cool if I could attack them back, but I don't think I can. I think that's kind of part of the point. Make it difficult. Oh, I can press A to flap its wings. That makes sense. No, I didn't realize I could flap. I was just gliding, so I think. We'll see if that gets improved. Let's give it a go. That's so funny. Let's see what this is about. Oh, it's a switch. Okay. Let's go, buddy. Sneak in there. Oh, crap. Oh, come on now. Oh, killing me, game. There we go. Oh, do it. Thank you. Now, the key will be if I die, does it reset the switches? Because that would just be mean. Probably will. Booyah! Okay, that was pretty rewarding, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, come right back to Link. It's safe. Oh, you don't live. Ha! Alright. That just made my day. Because this part was easily the least favorite of all the streams I've done. Easily. So here's some redemption. Seriously, all ones? Better be something good in there. If it's a joy pendant. Booyah. Alright. Back to Tingle. No, I won't. Nope. Just hoping I have enough money. This massive wallet I've got. Look at that belly go.
Oh, yup. Glurimba.
Thanks, bud. It's kind of funny you have to open it, though. Okay, let's see. That, no, that's not what I wanted. Great. Okay, so we still haven't found this one. I guess we can look at that incredible chart and it will tell me. Okay, so it's going to be either the bottom one or the top right-hand one, or that ghost ship one, but I'm guessing it's one of those two. Which one's got the teleport close to it? Wait, what? I didn't read that. Oh, in the boat. That's probably what it's telling me. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do this one just for shits. May as well buy more bait.
Whoa! Thank you!
But I can sell stuff to him? Oh,
Bye!
you suck. So can I sell some of these ridiculous, nope. Wait a sec, where are all my... Where are all those necklaces? At 23 stupid necklaces, okay. Let's sell all of them. I don't think I need anything. We say 20 each. Yeah, I haven't sold anything and I keep getting disappointed by them.
Bye.
Every time I get one in a chest in the dungeon, it's exciting.
Yep.
What? Invisible wall? Oh my god, I keep doing that. Hey, bro. Reminds me of that song, I don't know why it popped in my head. I feel it on my fingers, I feel it in my toes. I won't sing it. Well, I know how to get in there. Let's do it. I'm guessing I can use the hook shot. Okay. What? Are you serious? I thought for sure I could do it. You can do it in the dungeon. Ah, there we are. Excellent. What are you playing, bro? Game-wise. Okay, why can't I look up? That's annoying. There we go. Oh, you bastard. That is not cool. I guess I could just kill them all, but... I didn't know there was a game. I've got a couple of the manga here. I'm probably going to pick it up this weekend sometime. I always like to read the manga first, or at least at the same time as watching a show, just so I can see basically if they really screw it up or not. Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, that's good. It's a long series. I didn't realize the manga was going on for so long. Oh, another joy pendant. It'd be cool as if I could get the chat overlay on the TV instead of having to have the laptop in front of me. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, the other one I was thinking about, well, graphic novel I was thinking about reading recently was Walking Dead. So I never watched any of it. I mean, read any of it. I've watched the first couple seasons and I just stopped watching. I was debating about checking it out again, but I'm curious about the graphic novel more than the show. Well, probably because I haven't heard anything good about the show recently. For quite a while, actually. Yeah, no, I will. I've been randomly reading a lot of graphic novels again lately, so... been having fun with it. Oh great, these guys. That never gets boring. I just find TV shows sometimes have to make too many compromises. Like, for it to be widely, you know, accessible. Like, same with Game of Thrones, right? Like... What? You're not dead? Yeah, there's surprisingly a lot of filler this season for Game of Thrones, even given that it was a shorter season. Like, I don't know if they used their time the best way they could have. Yeah, prequels are seldom a good idea. I don't know. Sometimes, occasionally it can be good, but more often than not it seems... Is there a comic for that too? Like, is it based on a comic as well, or is it just created for the TV show? Yeah, see, then if there's no prior like source material, then I wouldn't be hopeful for the show being any good. A lot of these shows, the TV writers just aren't, they're not the same kind of quality of writers. That was a satisfying death cry. Ha! He just kicked me. That's cool, he's thinking. That didn't work. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. I'll take it. I just thought it'd be a chart or something. Okay, so I guess we go down there. Fuck me. I have to be north. That's not what I wanted. Sweet. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop this stream. There'll be another one later tonight, probably around 10:30, something like that. Thanks for checking out the stream though, guys. Have a good one.